Hail, Internet! It's Paul. It's Matt. The Dork Lords. We're here today talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I went to the movie hearing good things about it, so I had very high expectations, and I'm happy to say it exceeded even those high expectations. It's a quality film.
Ha! They weren't gonna. You can't stop them.
That's right. That's right. Damn you, expectations. So, what did you think? Just overall, good.
Yeah, no, I was very pleased, and I got many thoughts about it. So,
I had to sit through the series of trailers for upcoming animated films.
Yeah,
and then of course also the heartbreak feels good in a place like this. I'm like, God. Oh, anyway, don't get me started on anyway. But Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's not piquing my memory, but okay, go ahead.
Oh no, that's the Nicole Kidman AMC. After you've already sat through all the trailers, AMC has a trailer to get you to come to AMC.
There you go.
But you're there already, and so it's weird that they're marketing to you. But anyway, okay. But seeing those animated movies, it almost feels like Spider-Verse is in its own dimension in terms of quality from those.
Oh.
It just felt so head and shoulders above those other animated features that were coming soon, things that aren't as good. Like, oh, great. Well, good to know. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the warning.
This is the second film in the Miles Morales trilogy. Into the Spider-Verse, of course, won Best Animated Film back in 2018.
Yes.
Forever ago.
Which is well-deserved.
And then next March, so very soon from now, less than a year from now, we're going to see the finale to the trilogy Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So I had a heads up coming in that this was a to-be-continued story, but I think you had mentioned that maybe you weren't. You didn't know
I just
that?
forgotten. I certainly knew that there was a third one and that it was 2 parts. Okay. So I knew that. I'd just forgotten it.
So what was your reaction then as you saw basically,
I was like,
clean ending?
Oh yeah, because there was a point where I was sort of like, I don't know that they're gonna. What?
Yeah, that was
and towards the end, they're like, oh
30
wait,
seconds.
This is supposed to be a 2-parter. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. We start with
Gwen.
Spider-Gwen's backstory.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is very effective. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes.
Her arc is very satisfying.
Yes.
We see that in her backstory. Her good friend was Peter, of course, and Peter took the serum to become
the Lizard.
Peter dies. She gets blamed for Peter's death by her cop father. We see her, basically she's joined a band, but then she promptly quits the band, and we get the idea that it's because she can't make attachments, because everybody she befriends, including Peter and Miles, is taken from her. And so she reveals her secret to her father, who doesn't take it well. And then through the series of events in the film, she's finally able to reconnect with her father, and she gets the proverbial band back together, which is the group from the first film, like Noir, Spider-Man, and Spider-Ham, etc. So that's how we started.
Yeah, I don't think she got the band back together at the beginning, but okay, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, but yes, I just went ahead and did the arc. That was her arc. But it started with her playing drums in a band that she's about to quit.
Sure. But we finish.
We finish with a cliffhanger. Miles is now trapped in what they're calling Earth version 42. Earth 42's radioactive spider was transported to Miles's dimension where it bit him. Meaning, there's no Spider-Man in Earth version 42. In that reality, I mean, heck, I suppose Peter Parker is just a guy with a bunch of degrees. I don't know. Anyway, he's a guy. So we'll probably know more about that in the finale. We'll meet the Peter Parker of Earth 42, perhaps. But Miles, the Earth 42 Miles, is the Prowler. And he has now captured our hero. Seems very interested to learn that Hero Miles' dad is still alive. Prowler Miles' dad has died. I think that suggests that Prowler Miles may want to pull a Miguel, a la jump into a universe, take up the role of his dead counterpart, and voila, new family. The difference being that he'd have to kill his counterpart first, which he seems.
Well, I mean, if he took his, if he just left the universe, if Miles didn't have a way of leaving 26, then why would 42? Why would he have to kill him?
Well, that's true. He wouldn't have to kill, but maybe he would kill him just to make sure that he doesn't come back. I don't know. If he got to 42, he probably has a way to get back. According, he doesn't in this moment, but Prowler Miles wouldn't know that. So you're right. However that works, I'm thinking that's a plot point. Prowler Miles tries to take up the mantle or take up the role of Hero Miles in order to get his dad back. Maybe. But yeah, just generally speaking, in this film, we've got a lot of humor. The humor is very good. It's very rapid fire. Some of my favorite little lines or humorous bits. I liked, what's that? A metaphor for capitalism. That's when the Spot is destroying everything.
I'm glad you could understand him.
Yeah,
it was hit and miss with me.
Hobie, our punk rock Spider-Man,
yes.
It can be a little tricky here. I have actually a note about hearing stuff generally later, but yes, his accent was a little tricky as well.
Yeah,
but I did like that line. Here's where the British stole all our stuff.
Yeah.
That was our Spider-Man from India. I appreciated the ATM machine chai tea parallels. Why do you call it?
See, I had some follow up there. It's like, does chai taste like black tea?
I don't know that.
Yeah. So if that's the case, what do they call black tea? Do they call it black chai?
Paul, these are excellent questions.
Thank you. Yes. So
answered in the finale.
If there are any Indian, viewers of this, if you could perhaps answer those questions for us, that would be great.
All right, that'd be great. I liked Spider Cat. I liked Spider T-Rex.
Yeah, you would like Spider Cat.
Spider Cat, man, it's Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, hopefully your cat doesn't see this movie.
Let's try it. I may have to try to AI. We'll see if an image comes up here or not. An AI image of Mr. Pickles as Spider Cat. I like the physical humor of our villain, the Spot, trying to rob an ATM machine.
Yeah.
So that was a nice bit. They threw in a jab at Morbius. I think it's Miles. He hears something about Miguel being like a vampire.
And then
he says, a vampire good guy? I'd pay good money to see that. Which for Sony to say that just sounds pretty funny. Like they're just digging at themselves there. But
maybe I don't know. So? To me, it might be more of a joke than, or at least a threat. That since this is so successful, I mean, they want to have their own universe. So yeah, it'll include a good guy vampire Spider-Man as well. Get ready for it all.
Get ready. I appreciated Lego Spider-Man. It is Lord and Miller, and they did the Lego movie, so that makes sense. And I forgot the exact line here, but I think Miguel has a line to Lego Spider-Man that made me laugh. Something like "You're the best of us," or something like that, where he tells Lego Spider-Man, "You're doing a great job." I forgot the way he said it, but it was just a funny little throwaway. Like, "Yep, Lego Spider-Man. He's at the top. He's a top tier Spider-Man." But anyway, so those were some of the ha-ha moments that I appreciated.
I've been thinking about how this could end. There are many different things about the ending. But I think most interestingly is this. So, the whole mechanism of, if a canon event is disrupted, then it causes, a calamity with the destruction of the universe, basically.
Right. And so we find out that at least one of the main canon events is if you've got a dad and he's going to get made captain, look out! That's no promotions. Yeah.
So how they're going to get that out of that is, a particular interest to me. I'd be surprised if he's like, okay, no. Thankfully, he's finally matured enough to accept the death of his father. I'd be surprised if it's that.
I agree. I mean, this film is pretty much laced with commentary. Miles Morales is this anomaly. He's refusing to conform to Spider-Man canon. I think it's asking, why does Spider-Man always have to have a loved one die? Why does it take a tragedy to make Spider-Man a moral person? Can't he grasp the concept of with great power comes great responsibility and keep his police captain down?
Here's the thing, though. It's like he's had an event and he's already doing what he's supposed to do. So how many people does he know that have to die, basically? It's like, didn't Uncle Aaron already do that?
Aaron died. Also, Peter, Peter died, right? He witnessed Chris Pine, Peter Parker, saved him and died in the process.
I mean, I don't know if this is some strange Blue Lives Matter thing, but
yeah.
This whole thing about,
think of Uncle Ben.
I mean, it's slightly irritating to me in a way where it's like, if you're saying that Spider-Man foiling bad things, if you stop that, the consequences of that, the classic thing is, if you go back and kill your parent, right? Creating paradoxes. The reason why you can't, change your past is that you'd never be born, right? And so the idea that, Spider-Man is foiling lots of terrible things, and so if you stop Spider-Man from existing or whatever, then all those terrible things would happen. But why would it lead to the universe destroying? It's kind of weird. But anyway, so one of the things that they possibly might have set up for us is that, if his father quits being the captain, the way that Gwen Stacy's father did. Yeah. So if Miles's father decides to quit being the captain, is that his way out? Which I wouldn't like.
I think the answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's stupid. It's like he wouldn't need to fight the Spider Crew if all he had to do was convince his father to quit, right? It's like, whoa, stop trying to stop me from going back to I'm just going to tell my dad to quit. So let me go back to my universe.
What if you you would set up a scenario where Miles I got to get back to my own universe to save my family from the Spot.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I did that. Anyway, Dad, you have to die. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, what's the point? Anyway, so no, I don't think the message is going to be you just got to let go, and he is the anomaly. In fact, look at the way that the Peter with the kid, Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter B. Parker?
Peter B. Parker, thank you. So look at the way Peter B. Parker, he met Miles, the anomaly, and because of that experience, being associated with Miles, it made him see this goodness and wanted him to have a kid and kind of pass that along. And so he has already broken with quote-unquote canon, I have a feeling, in that way. So that maybe this I don't know, maybe. I'm just thinking that being an anomaly means you can kind of now break canon and it's okay. And maybe that's kind of the idea here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's hard to make sense of it because I don't think it actually makes sense. But some people are imagining that Miguel O'Hara has a darker secret.
I think that's too convoluted, frankly. I don't buy that. I've seen this thing about how actually he's not a Spider-Man, and then he did, and okay. I feel like that you by the time you finish explaining that, the movie's over, and you're like, oh great, you've got a villain set up, the Spot. Yes, you have a conflict with he's the leader. He being Miguel is the leader of this group that's trying to keep order. That's all you need. You got to just somehow convince Miguel that he's wrong. Or whatever.
I guess. I mean, to me, though, it's like, well, why? Yeah, I don't know. I hope they have something figured out. Because, because they haven't finished making the movie yet. So, things could change.
That's true. Your point of what we're talking about here, I think, is relevant to a movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks. That in broad strokes is essentially the same plot. I mean, the upcoming Flash movie, multiple dimensions. Flash risks the fate of the multiverse to save his parents, or does he? And I think in the comics he kind of comes to you got to let him go in order to save the rest of the multiverse. I don't think that's where this trilogy is going. I don't think they're going to be you got to just say goodbye to your dad because that's how you become Spider-Man. I don't think it's doing it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's a thing.
The amount of Mechanation, I would think you'd be up for that challenge. How can we have the events that have to happen, and yet the captain stays alive?
That's right, exactly. Oh, this is great. You're right. This is like a Strange New Worlds Captain Pike scenario. Wait, how do I make all these events happen, and yet this weird prophecy, I can thwart it? I got it. You work with Spot. Spot can jump around all these different dimensions. You win him over, and then you pretty much can change every dimension you want. There you go. Spot becomes the hero.
Well, many people have made the comparison to Loki and the Time Variance Authority.
Very much.
So they
showed that branching tree, for instance.
Yeah.
Although it's weird, it seems like they're doing almost the opposite, right? They're trying to keep these different realities alive, as opposed to pruning them, which is what the TVA was doing, right?
Well, they're doing it by enforcing the way that things are supposed to go, right? So the alternate time is just destroyed, I think. So anything that veers off, it's like, okay, we will just destroy this. I think that's what happens.
It certainly echoes what's happening with the TVA, although obviously we don't see the TVA here. It does feel like there's a...
Yeah, but maybe that's really what's going on, where it's less about, you did this action, and therefore it just does it by itself. Maybe, you did this action, and people are making it stop.
Now there's the TVA or some entity is coming in and go, nope, gotta end it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, so if they discover that, then they can just be like, okay, let those universes go on.
Stop that problem.
Yeah. That makes more sense to me than, we just have to get him to quit his job.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that does feel weird. Like,
quick, run to the commissioner or whatever.
It is an exploit, right? It's like a little how do I cheat the system? I know. You'll just get a captain's pay without getting the captain title. Hey, look at that! Everybody's happy. Yeah. Skip captain, go up to colonel or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just don't do the captain. That's all you need. It's fine. Yeah. Something else I loved was the Da Vinci Vulture. I think that was my favorite villain in the whole thing. Because he's drawn to look like he's from the Renaissance era.
Yes.
His weapons are like Da Vinci tech, which is great.
Yeah.
And if the metaphor for capitalism, they're talking about a metaphor. You've got this old world art battling comic book art in a modern art museum. What is art?
Yeah, I like how they were missing all these postmodern art forms just to irritate him. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was brilliant. It really was a great way that was one of the first fights we see, and it was just really evocative. Really got me into it, and I was very pleased about that particular scene.
I'd be surprised if they didn't decide to have properties with Spider-Gwen on her own. And so that, I'd be surprised if they wound up together, basically. Although if they just decided this to be a trilogy, then I could see them doing it. But I don't know. I think the motivation was very strong for them to, here's another Spider-Man over the Spider-Verse.
Right. Yeah, right. Past the beyond the past.
Under the Spider-Verse.
Beyond and back to the Spider-Verse.
Within the Spider-Verse. I need to be working for Sony. It's like, I'm just coming with 4. My day's done.
So we talked about the comedy, and then the action scenes are really cool. But the conversations, like between Miles and his parents, and then Gwen and her dad, are so honest, just well acted and well drawn, that they really do feel like live action scenes, a slice of life moment in Miles's life or Gwen's life, which I thought were great. I thought they were really, really, really good. Tons of cameos, including live action cameos of Donald Glover's Prowler, which was kind of fun. Tobey Maguire shows up. Andrew Garfield shows up. the convenience store owner from Venom, which strongly suggests, I think, that another finale theory, we'll get a Tom Holland cameo in Beyond the Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, well, they gave him a shout-out.
That's right. Yes, they did.
You know, him and Doctor Strange. Like, oh, Doctor Strange? Huh, what kind of doctor is that?
Which universe are we in? It does get confusing.
Yeah,
which one? But that's the point of it at the end, right? Which,
yes.
He's not in that one. When his mom's like, who's Spider-Man? I go, so we have the Spot. So the Spot is our primary... I don't know. Is he the primary antagonist, or would it be Miguel in this one? It's probably Spot.
Yeah, I'd say Spot. Yeah, because you know he's the one who's going to kill.
Yeah.
You know, the captain. So he's telling him that he's going to take from him the way he was sort of humiliated.
So he helped create Miles by bringing over the Earth 42 spider, which eventually bit Miles, and then Miles helped create the Spot by destroying the collider, which gave this burst of energy, and he was in the room. And so the Spot is determined to not simply be a villain of the week. He mentions even that a few times. Which, again, it's like canon, villain of the week. They're definitely leaning into the fact that it's a comic book. And so he's
I wonder if he would be willing to quit if he had just heard Miles refer to him as his nemesis. He was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough. You think I'm your nemesis. So
that seems to be his driving thing. Is like you took me too lightly, and I demand that I be your nemesis. And so I'm gonna make myself something. So you gotta respect me. I like that little evolution of that character. And this is probably just a me thing, but like his body shape and proportions, like immediately reminded me of. And again, this is just it probably doesn't. Nobody else probably thought this, but he reminded me a lot of this character from Ralph Bakshi's Wizards. It was an animated film he did, which had a character. One of the main characters was named Necron 99. It's the body shape and the proportions, I guess. Right, it reminded me of it. Anyway, so whatever. That's just a thing. I was like, oh yeah.
Sure, yeah. Ever since did the affair there begin with? It's like, oh, he did Lord of the Rings. What else, or The Hobbit? What else can I watch of his?
That's right. Oh, here's a little. Again, no one cares about this, but a little trivia for you on Wizards. Yeah. One of the voice actors, I might have been his first ever acting gig. Mark Hamill. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Right around the time that he was going to be jumping into Star Wars. I hesitate to bring this up because sound issues, I'm just not the best person to judge because I had a fairly major ear surgery as a kid, and even as an adult, I'm not like top percentile of people hearing wise. So it may have just been me, but I did at times have difficulty hearing some of the dialogue over the soundtrack. Particularly the fight scenes. I don't know. I mean, that's what Spider-Man's known for. He makes his quips while he fights.
Sure, that's true.
And I was kind of like hunting. Had to really try to pay attention through it. Anyway, some of the lines got drowned out for me. I don't know if that was a thing for you or not.
I didn't feel like I missed that, but the only difficulty is with understanding.
Right.
So it's like I heard it. I don't understand what he said.
Yep.
So that was just, I
think I'd like to watch this with subtitles on. I think.
That's what I was thinking, but primarily for that purpose.
For that guy, all right. Our anarchist
character, yes.
Yeah. That was another good line where it's something like, "Well, you're not helping. Good."
Yeah.
Something like that. So anyway, it's a very, very effective film. It's quality. I assume it'll be a shoe-in to win Best Animated Film again.
Sure.
At the Oscars, and I'm looking forward to seeing them stick the landing in March. I am confident that they will stick the landing.
I don't know. I think it'll be enjoyable, but we'll see what occurs. It's sort of like
okay. So you're like okay. You could see how they might not stick the landing, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of it, it'll probably be like, well, this is such a good movie that it doesn't matter that the end was kind of stupid.
Yeah. As I sit here, I would be disappointed if they end the movie with, well, had to let him die. Yep. Now I'm Spider-Man. I'm like, really? You went there?
Yeah.
After all
Weren't you
that?
Spider-Man already? No, I'm really
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Now I'm technically Spider-Man. So I feel that's not the ending. But hey, we'll come back in whatever, how many months it is. We'll see if we were right or wrong. That is our recap and review of Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
We're also at the moment talking about the Lazarus Project, the show, and we're also going to be talking about 2 other shows this month. Of course, Secret Invasion, which is coming out mid-month, and also Strange New Worlds Season 2. We were very high on Season 1 and looking forward to seeing what they do with Season 2.
Yeah. So any of our viewers, if you do that sort of thing, pray for us. So
exactly.
I mean, we can't pray for ourselves since we're atheists, but
a little look
if anyway,
behind the
you
curtain.
out there,
Good point.
pray then.
Eat, pray, love. That was another joke they did. But a little peek behind the curtain. Our staff here at the Dork Lords, you're looking at them. So there is no one else to do the work. All right. 3 shows, of course.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yes, we'll do our best to do those. And thank you as always, Paul. Appreciate it, good
sure,
sir.
no problem.
And we'll talk to everybody next time. Bye.